Hello everyone and welcome back to Space Engineers. Today we want to clear out the space. And I remember that at the end of the last episode what we found was that we couldn't get the mole out of... Ooh, wait, yeah. We couldn't find a way to... The mole was not able to get out of the hole that it was in because it was clipping. So let's go and see if it is still clipping. Hopefully it isn't, and we'll be able to get it out of here so that we can bring it to where we need it and do some digging. Alright. Let's see. This is where it was clipping the last time we tried to dig our way out of here. Oh, doesn't seem to be clipping. That's good news. So we'll just make our way through here and then we'll go around the other way. I'll need to take the wall down, which we've put up there, to connect it to the big cave that will eventually become our hangar. Once we get this back in there, we have quite a good chunk of space to clear. Once we've done that, we'll build that bay, which will be the route to our hangar, and then we'll start working on the hangar. The hangar is going to be just built into that cave that's right above the entrance to our base. Should be interesting, and I want to leave as much of the cave as possible, but as we found out in the last episode, rock, or the cave, is not airtight, so we won't be able to make the hangar airtight unless we build blocks into that whole space. What we could do is we could leave the hangar not airtight. It's like kind of like in the house when you go into the garage, you know, there's not always heating or air conditioning for that space because you're not expected to spend a lot of time in there. This is a lot longer than I anticipated this to take. Let's go back out through here and see how much further we'd have to dig out. Ooh, we weren't going quite in a straight line, I don't think. That should be okay. Let's go. That mole has a beacon, so we should be able to spot it from outside the base. Okay, let's go and see. So the mole is somewhere through here. Okay, so it dug its way all the way around to about there. So what are we talking about? Oh, we're almost at the edge, maybe like 20 meters. Yeah, that's easy enough. We can get that out. So I was expecting it to be much closer to there. I think I took, because I can't really see where I'm going when I'm inside the miner. It would have taken a little bit of a detour, but that's okay. We can sort that out. Oh, there we go. We're out. Freedom! Okay. Good. So what we need to do now is make our way to the other side. And then we can go in. Oh, actually, we don't have to do that. Although I'm not sure if this has enough lights. This doesn't have lights. Let's go in through the front. There's our base right there. I would have gone right past it. This is going to be our eventual hangar entrance. So we can kind of, what's the word, inaugurate it sort of by using it for the first time. Now it's just through here. Okay. I'm wondering if it's big enough, the entrance. Hopefully it is. Okay. Okay. Nice little gentle tap. Not too much damage, thankfully. Wait, why am I inside? I should be outside. Okay. So I can view what's going on. Now it's somewhere here. I saw the entrance, and now that the sun is up, we should be able to see it fairly clearly. Let me just get out. Okay. Put my lights on. My lights on? Yeah, that's on. Okay, so here is the entrance that we are talking about. Okay, let me take that off. I'll take a few blocks out of here as well, so we could get the ship in there. That should be enough. I'll take a couple more off as well. Oh, inventory full. That's okay. That can stay there. Now, what I want to do is, can I put a light here? I probably can. Do I have all the parts? Probably not. I actually just want a regular light. Yep, so 7. Just pop that right there. Should be powered. Oops. Construction. Ooh, that work? No. I'll go get some construction component. No flying too fast or I will die. Oh yes, sorry about that. Okay, off we go. And we need to put some of these away. And we'll pick up some of these. And that should help us make that light. We'll just turn it right up. Ooh, we can pick these up now. Okay. Easy way to manage it is just through the static grid. So I should just look for light. Should just be a... Ooh. Where is it? I thought it was just called a light. Isn't it? Light GHT. Interior light. So, is this not connected to the base? It should be. Oh, that's unexpected. I thought we had connected this to the base. If they're not welded up, does it not count as connected? It should do. Oh, there we go. Just the pathway wasn't connected to this wall. So radius, we'll just bump that up. Intensity a little bit as well. So okay, we can go in now. We should be able to see the entrance. Yeah, definitely. Okay, we should be able to fit through that gap in the wall. There we go. Let's go in. Okay, looking good. So we clearly can fit through this because this was mined out with this slightly larger ship. And it's just a case of taking some of this stuff out. Let's get on with that. Okay. So, do we have lights on the ship? It looks like we do. Oh, it's just my light. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so let's just have a quick look around. Wait a minute. Am I upside down? I think I am. Oh, no, I'm not. Just confused. Okay. So, I think we've got most of that section cleared. The rest of it might be kind of fine-tuning work, which is okay. So let's see how we have this stuff set up just now. Let me just pop these blocks in here and see how much detailing we need to do. This is all okay. Okay, so that takes us, yeah, pretty much to the edge there. And we just need to get one there. Yeah, I think that'll cover it. I think we might have to dig out a little bit more down here. But I think that might need to be done manually. There we go. A little bit of detailing work, really. See that well. Now, this is a pretty small room. It ended up being a relatively small room, at least width-wise. It's very high, very tall. I'm not sure what exactly we could use this for. It really feels like a cargo bay to me, particularly with the ship, the hangar being right next to it as well. But we've already got a cargo bay set up elsewhere. We could maybe move that here and put something else in the other room. We'll have to wait and see. Because we could stack the large cargo containers on top of each other. And that would work fine for usage of this space. Let's move that ship out of the way at some point. Okay, a little bit of detailing work to be done here. Being careful not to blow up the scaffolding that I've just set up. Not that I mind blowing them up, but still. Why create extra work for myself, eh? Oops. Okay. And just do this bottom layer as well. 1, 2, 3. And then... Oh. Well, I might do... Will I need it? Yeah, I will. So I'm just clear some of this away. Let's see. Not enough. Okay, let's see how far. Oh. Need to wait for all those little bits of rock to clear, and while it's doing that, I can put them up here. Set these blocks up. Yeah, that's almost in the clear. There's a little bit there that I'll need to sort out, which we can do. Okay, let's see what else. So, how many more blocks? Just that one, I guess. So a little bit of detailing work. I can get to that in a second. Just put these down. Can I put one more down there? Oh, just about. Okay. Be careful here. Ooh, not bad. And one little bit there. I think that'll do. Up here maybe a little bit. Yeah, that'll do. And now we can put in the blocks for this section. Now we could put a corner block there, or we might not bother. Okay. This is a pain to go in there and weld that up anyway. And it's not, we won't see it unless we get to the other side of that wall somehow. So I might not bother with that just now. If I ever get to the other side of that wall for whatever reason, I'll worry about it then. So I'll need to clear some of the space there as well, which we can do. There we go. Okay, so that's the floor block. Let's clear some space here as well. Okay. Looks like I need a wee bit more. Good. Okay. Now let's start putting the blocks down. Might have to start from the top while those pebbles clear. Oh, it's okay. Okay, I need to clear this as well. Good. I'll need to clear all of this. Hopefully without blowing up any of those blocks. Feels a bit like that's close, doesn't it? Feels like there isn't enough space to put one block there. But there is. I hope. Yeah, there sure is. Oh, there's a bit of rock just stuck there. Hopefully it'll disappear. Yep. It's gone. I'll need to clean up that section as well. There's a bit of rock sticking out. Well, there we go. Yeah, this should be okay. Oops. That's what I was talking about, blowing up the blocks. Oh, bit of rock there. How annoying. Go away. There we go. Not yet. Okay. While I was thinking about that, let's look at the floor here. And we can start laying down some blocks. That's good. That's good. Okay, we can clear this section up. We don't need any of this. Ooh, very carefully. Well, I'm gonna... Oops. Okay. Well, look at that. I managed not to blow anything up there. That's pretty good. Okay. Good. Oh, there's a bit of rock inside. Might leave that. Oh, actually, I'm going to take that off because I don't need this there. There we go. And I don't need that armor block either. Because the whole point of that wall on that side is that the stairs should be able to attach onto that, which it seems to be doing. Okay. Just clear this section as well. I think this is... Oh, might not need to clear too much of it, so let me just not waste my time with that just now. Let me just put that down there. Hold on. Why can't I put that? Oh, there's something... What's going on? Do I not have enough steel plate? I do. Not a lot, but I should have some steel plate. Am I missing something? Is there something lying? Yeah, that's fairly clear. Okay, that worked. And then that worked. Okay. So not sure what was happening there. Maybe I was just looking at it wrong. But it's fixed now. Oh, steel plate. Yeah. So let me just go up and get some steel plate. Luckily for us, there's a little... Oh, there's some there. That won't be enough. Steel plates. Got some construction reports. I'll keep that with me. I'll probably end up... Oops. Probably end up getting rid of them in the next trip. Actually, no, I'll just get rid of them. Pick up a few more steel plates. All the steel plates. And then let me start putting down the rest of these blocks. And from this vantage point, I'm seeing that I will need to clear that space, but we can do that in a second. Okay. 2, 3, 4. Oops. Okay. More mining. Clearing space. Okay, good. Clear that from the top actually. Yep. That might be enough. Looking good? Yes, I think so. Oh, that's one block too high. Oh, it is one block too high. That's interesting. Okay. That's why I got confused about how much I needed to mine out of there earlier. Okay, I've got a little bit of space to clear there. And a block to blow up, as it turns out. I'll need to wait for that. Okay. Come on. I'll just clear this before I put that block in, so I don't have to risk blowing it up again. And one more there, 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 and that should be the floor almost done. And I'm realizing that should maybe have, yeah, you know what? I'll preempt it by taking these blocks. Come on. Okay. Then I'll just clear this space so I don't blow it up. Oh, that's why I just let it blow up, I guess. Because there's a chance it might not, and the rocks won't block my way. Okay, so how's it looking now? So we now have, well, 4 walls, I guess, more or less. And we have the floor put in. Now it's just the ceiling. Now the way I was thinking about doing it was this floor here will become the ceiling for the section below. Now, from a practical perspective, could we use that space? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it would be 5 blocks high. Not sure what exactly we will be able to use that for. But we can figure that out later. Oops. So let me switch off the jetpack. Okay, so let me lay those blocks down. So, and we can see how it looks before we decide. And I'll just take these off. Because they... Okay, so the stairs actually don't look that great. So it's not actually entirely diagonal. Somehow imagined that it... Oh, actually, I can make it a bit more diagonal. So if I make... Oops. Them like that. Wait, how would that work? I would need to use the double block, so I would use that and that. Yeah, that's what I'll do. And just have that slope going all the way up to the top. That's how I imagine this space. Oh, hi. You're inside the stairs. I'm not going to worry about you. Okay. So, what was I doing? I was working on putting these blocks up. And yes, I know that towards the end there, I will need to put in I'll need to put in another ceiling anyway. Why can't I place these? Hold on, why can't I place you? You could place this right onto that block. Oh, man, that's right. I'm placing the wrong blocks here. What is that? Light armor slope. I want the slope. I want the light armor block, which is right there. Okay, that makes more sense. And before I get too carried away with this, let me move this ship out of here, or it will get trapped. Okay, we'll take this one all the way. Ah! Sorry. Clearly got a little too carried away. Fortunately, no damage. Okay, I'll just park this guy over here, but he's got a beacon, and I don't need to worry about it too much. So let's get back down here and start on the floor. Floor, ceiling, depending upon your perspective. Are you on the first floor, or are you on the ground floor? Well, not really sure what is ground here. I guess this is, well, this would be the first floor. Well, unless you're in the States, in which case this would be the second floor. So I'm just really curious. I wonder if, how would this work? I might need to, wait. Yeah, I'll need to think about how I'm going to do the edge there. I might need to do something like what I'm doing here, up there as well. Or I might just need to bring the wall all the way down. I'm not sure. We'll figure it out once we weld some of these things up, because there's also the issue of health and safety. If those stairs don't have things to stop you from falling off, that's a health and safety issue, isn't it? Oh, okay, so this one goes right into our little hole there. So what I'll do is I'll just hold that up and make another one underneath that we can use. Now that is probably, yep, that's looking good. At some point here, we can actually start taking this all the way to the end. Or would we? Do we want these stairs to be a part of this room? Or do we want it to be in a corridor all of its own? We might leave it in a corridor all of its own, so we'd need to figure out how to get the edge of the roof down to the edge of those stairs. I need to dig a hole here. Oops. Figures, right? Exactly the wrong place. Okay, so let me start welding this stuff up. Shouldn't actually take too long, because these are just steel plates. I just need to do a few trips. I do have a welding ship, and if I take the roof off here, I could probably get that in here fairly easily, and I suspect that this room might be large enough for that to fit and do some stuff. Might work. So let's get a little bit of this away so we can get it in.
Meteor storm inbound.
And then we can see if it'll work. Oh, what's this? That's just a meteor impact. Alright, so we've got... Oh, do we not? Thought we had a... Oh yeah, we do. Very tiny ship, but, you know, for carrying... So what was this called? I think this was called... damn. Can't find out. Oh, that's an easy way. I'll just disconnect. And then let's see. Yeah, beaver. And we've got plenty of steel plates. Yeah, okay, so let's go. Lock and lock, just so we're not stuck to the... Oof, that's pretty slow. Very laggy. Okay. Should remember to give it enough time to slow down. I hope the mole is not blocking our way in. But that beacon is quite nice there. Oh, right. This is very laggy. So all those steel plates. It'll get lighter as it starts to do its work. Okay, Slow it down. Just need to keep the speed fairly low so that I don't so it has enough time to brake and hopefully not do too much of that running into things, and then hopefully also not very many of those manly screams. Okay, so let's go through. Yeah, we can fit through here. Oh, actually, we can start the work because we need to. Can I just switch that off? Yeah. Okay. Why are you not welding anything? Should be welding. Is there not enough? Oh no. Okay, so hold on. Need to be. Okay. Using this not so much for the speed of the welding, but more for the capacity to carry so many steel plates. I wonder if I should just have this next to me and I'll just weld manually. Just use it for the storage. This might be easier if I'm doing the walls, because I can kind of just go sideways. Can I fit through there? I guess not. Two options: take the floor off or the ceiling. Oops, the welder. That's something you always have to remember. Switch off your welder. I think that they've turned the damage down, so I don't die like instantly, thank God. Okay, so I did clear enough, I can go in. So let's try with this wall right here. And since there's enough space here, we can kind of see what's happening. Oh, I welded that up. Okay, so we can see what's happening as well. Because it's a lot more difficult to see where you are in first person. If I go far enough forward, then I can just go to the right. Okay. So let's see how successful we are with this strategy. This is much slower than welding by hand, in fairness. Welding by hand is like doom, doom, doom. It just does them all like in one go. It should have been okay if this had a slightly better range, which it doesn't anymore. You know what might be quicker? I do. I'm gonna switch this off so I don't kill myself. Leave this there, get out, and just do this. Are still plates, but that's okay because I've got thousands of them right there. I've already used a good chunk. That's interesting. Yeah. No doubt faster. Okay. Now we just refill. Might be simpler for me to actually just build a cargo container, because we've got that nuclear reactor up in the roof there. We can just create some way to get the cargo container or something all the way through to here, and then we can just pick stuff from there. Might be simpler than bringing the ship back and forth. So I guess with the new updates, but in particular, these welders are entirely useless. Unless, I guess, I was going to put like 2 or 3 welders on there, which might work, but when we are in a confined space like this, you just can't fit it in very easily, and you can't really use it that easily either. I don't really understand the point of that, because the whole point, I mean, one of the things I really like about space engineers is that you can automate like almost everything. Well, Not quite as much as you can in Factorio. Okay. Oh, typical. Oops. Can you? No. Oh. Made a hole right there. I didn't even notice. Please. That's interesting. It's much quicker to build it than it is to repair it. Fair enough. Okay. Look at that. That is so much quicker. Hey, so I picked up a bunch of that. That there. I don't need it. Don't need no scrap metal. Okay, so that is the roof bit. And I have a feeling that I don't really need to weld that up, because once I put the roof bit on and I weld that up, that section will be hidden behind it. So I'll just leave that there for now. Let's do the first block here. Okay. Really need a bit more steel plates. And then we'll do the floor as well. Oops. Where am I picking? Oops. No, it's not my inventory. So that's nearly like what, 3,000? I think I have 3,000 plates in there to start off. And there's like 1,000 left. Oops. Did I miss a bit here? Oh, clearly. I wonder if 3,000 plates will be enough. Might need more. And we haven't even got to the roof yet. But we can do that. Okay, so that takes care of all of that. I thought there was one missing a bit there. We'll do the floor. Let's see, how many steel plates do we have left now?
Meteor storm
Yep,
inbound.
we're almost out. This won't be enough. But the rest I'll just pick up from over here. And without any steel plates in there, this ship should be a lot easier to maneuver as well. Ooh, scrap. Which is not a bad thing. Easier trip taking it back, but I'm getting the feeling that the ship is just entirely useless for its purpose. It's not fit for purpose, so I'll either need to think about building another welding ship that is actually fit for purpose, or maybe just hand weld everything, or get, you know, one of the mods that makes it easier to weld stuff. I'm not sure. The balancing of those mods I'm just not entirely convinced about. But eventually I might just get sick of having to do this by hand and then get a mod to help. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Are we out of steel plates yet? Oops, we are now, after I take this last section. Okay. The rest I'll just pick up from up over there. I think that's the closest place. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Will we finish the floor with this set of steel plates? Probably. Oh, guess not. How much space do we have? Oh, complaining. Well, got like 9,000 steel plate. Can't complain about that. There we go. How does this space feel now? It looks pretty majestic. It looks very impressive. Okay, so can't do anything there, but what I can do is I want the base there and the tip there. Base. Tip. And I'll just weld these up as well. Maybe I'll do let's do the base there as well. Okay, that goes all the way up to there. Base and tip. And weld these up. There we go. How does that look? Yeah. Yeah, that's roughly what I expected. That's roughly what I wanted. There we go. Under the stairs. I don't know. Something about under the stairs. I like it. Okay, now we have the roof. But before we do the roof, I want to take this guy back to the front and park it. So, is this... I'll turn around so I can see where I'm going. Down a bit. I could fit through that one hole. Although that would help because that's an enclosed space there. Okay, so now we have that person. That's good. At least for a couple of minutes while we work our way through here. There we go. Here we are. Oops. Too low. Too low. Too low. Lower. That's from Futurama, by the way. Conversation between Zap Brannigan and Kif while Kif is scrubbing Zap Brannigan in the shower. That sounds a lot worse than it actually is. But yes. Let's park this guy. There we go. Perfect. Get out. Now I think the easiest, quickest way for me to get there is actually through the to be hangar. Yep. Rather than going through the base. Actually, I'm not sure. It might be about the same. But I like going in through there, actually. Yeah. How does it feel? Yeah, that feels pretty good. I might actually, before I do the roof, I might do these. I might do the stairs. So that's a whole bunch of interior plate and construction components. So I might just pick up all the construction components first, weld that up, and then do the interior plate, so I don't have to do any math. So, oh, actually, before I forget, let me also replenish my oxygen supplies. Okay, so now I'll pick up all the construction components I can, and let's just weld them all up. Can I do it this Looks like it. I don't need that many. Okay, so next I just need a whole bunch of interior plate. Well, that was about the right height that I took off. Okay, put the construction components back and just pick up all the interior plates we can. That is not going to be enough. There we go. Okay, need more interior plates. Oops. Perfect. Look at that. We've now got the stairs. Yeah. Okay. That's looking pretty good. I think I will make this just a pure corridor. So I'll need to figure out how we are going to bring this section down. Yeah, and connect it to that section. Yeah, I think that could work. We might do that from up here actually. So I might... How would that work? So there, I'm going to put... Oh, I don't have steel plate. We are coming towards the end of our episode, so I'll just see if this bit works and then we'll call it. So put that there, that there. So this is essentially one block higher than the other section. So I do it that way. Or do I put another block there? So how does this feel? This feels okay here.
Meteor storm inbound.
That's roughly what you would see regardless if it is like a triangular block or a regular block going there. I think a regular block might work better. So I would put 2 blocks there, and then I would do this again here. That work? So that becomes like a... Yeah, that works. Because that feels like a double stairs, even though it's a single one. And on here, this feels just like a corridor. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like a stair corridor. Okay, let me just put a few more of those blocks so I can really get a feel for it. So that would go there, that would go there. Yeah. Okay, this is making sense to me, I think. I'll just put a few more of these up. And then let's look here. Yeah. So this has the feeling of a very narrow corridor, but that's okay. It actually reminds me of another game. Skyrim, maybe? There is some game where there is this kind of a space. And here, we would do this. No, that has to come one down actually. Wait, yeah, one down. Like that. Because, okay, so, and then we would have 2 more. Oh. Yep, that's actually exactly what we would do. Oh no, wait a minute. No, it's like this. So we would put the block there, just an armor block. I'm running over time, probably. So, but I want to just finish this section, even if this is a slightly longer episode than usual. Although I guess a lot of my episodes are slightly longer than usual. But that's okay. You do what you can, right? I mean, timing on these things is sometimes just complicated because I trim some of these sections out as we go and speed things up. So can't usually tell exactly how long the end episode will be. Just want to set this up and see how it looks. Wait, did I take that? Oh yeah, I did. Forgot about something I did literally minutes ago. Okay. So yeah. I'm not sure about this space here. This feels a little too narrow, possibly. And this room does feel a little smaller now that we've got this section plonked in here. I've missed a bit there. I'm not sure. Did we make this room feel a little too small now? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe not. No idea. And we haven't even considered piping yet. We probably will take that above the roof. Yeah, because we probably can do that easily above the roof. But okay, we'll call the episode here. Which is, and we've got this room more or less set up. The next episode, we will go through and weld all this stuff up. We'll worry about piping and all those other fun things. And then we will sort out, we will need to sort out the roof up here. And we will need to close up this corridor. And then have a door here, possibly. Yeah, we will have a door here. And after that, we'll start working on the hangar bay, which should be exciting. Well, that's it for this episode. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you next time.